Thank you, everyone. I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be here. This has been a bit of a while in the coming, but we have some real champions who've made this happen for us, and I can't thank them enough. So first of all, I want to thank Lieutenant Governor because we know how committed you are to the well-being of New Yorkers, so thank you so much. Dr. Zucker, who has been the greatest of champions for an age-friendly New York and to age healthy in New York, so I can't thank you enough. And Governor Cuomo, who is truly breaking new ground on this historic step. I also want to thank Tom Camber for his, thank you, Tom, for his hospitality today and really has been at the forefront of improving the quality of life for New Yorkers, and especially bringing them up to date on tech, which is such a great way to fight isolation, so thank you. And then I also just need to acknowledge Joe Ivy Buford and Lindsay Goldman, because they have been at the forefront of age-friendly work for a very long time, and we have learned a lot from them, so I thank you both. So this is Governor's really given us quite a holiday gift here, huh? He did this for all New Yorkers. You know, let's really be clear about this. This is not just for older New Yorkers. This is really for New Yorkers of all ages. And we are just thrilled, because I need to say this again and again and again. We are the first state in the nation. I mean, talk about Excelsior. This is really what Excelsior means. So it's just wonderful. The governor has really exemplified having great vision and foresight and leadership. And let's make no mistake about it, at a time like this in the country, it's particularly noteworthy that he's standing up for older adults and their families and has a vision for how this work needs to be carried out. His action, we believe, will prompt a rethinking of how all of our communities are structured to benefit from this. Not just for the 50 plus, but for people of all ages. We're going to see, you know, things like better bus shelters, which sounds like, oh, better bus shelters, but you know what, that really makes a difference to the health and vitality of neighborhoods. Benches, more sidewalks, more pedestrian-friendly streets and parks, and the health piece that Dr. Zucker meant is just amazing that we are now number 10 in the country. It's astounding. So we are really proud to partner with the governor, Lieutenant Governor, Dr. Zucker, the State Office on the Aging, and John Cochran, who's here representing them, and they've been incredible advocates with us. And this is the most noteworthy. This is about all the state agencies, and that's what really makes this the key component of getting this work done. All the agencies are going to be working together to make this happen. And I know that an evaluation process is already in place and has been going through, and that's so exciting. So actually, the governor is really ahead of this. I know Jean mentioned about doing the evaluation, but you've already done all that background work, which is really terrific. So we're ready to jump right into it and make the changes that we need to. And I know that Lieutenant Governor talked about the Downtown Revitalization Initiative, which brings in $100 million that gets awarded to communities across the state, and now some of these domains will be considered in that, that's really putting your money where your mouth is, right? That really makes the engine that drives this happen. So that's incredibly important. So we're well on our way. And this so really bodes well for aging New Yorkers, and it's actually critical to the vitality of New York. And that's really what I want to underscore here. Not sure you all know this, but New Yorkers that are over 50 represent 35% of New York's population, but they account for half of the state's GDP. Okay, that means, and this is a staggering number, $704 billion every year gets injected into New York's economy because of older New Yorkers. Again, $704 billion with a B. I mean, it's astounding, right? So, you know, we need to make sure that these people are happy living in New York, that they feel productive, and that they are contributing to their local economies, state tax coffers. And also, let's not forget their invaluable contribution to social, cultural, and family contributions. We need to be leveraging this human capital in an even stronger way. You look at all your community organizations, right, in every neighborhood, and who's in there volunteering every single day. It's the 50 plus. So they are truly a treasure to our communities. So we can't afford to lose them. We need to keep stoking their economic flame, right? We need to keep them out there driving those local economies. And through this effort, the governor and lieutenant governor, we believe that this is a great step forward to making sure that that happens. So again, I want to thank the lieutenant governor, Dr. Zucker, and the governor, and I want to take a moment now to give an official certificate for that. Because this is the holiday gift that's going to keep on giving, right? It's going to keep on giving to generations to come and to all New York families. So thank you, and please come up so I can give you this. Jean and John, thank you. Please join us. And I need to turn this the right way. Thank you very much. And you want me to come this way? Okay. And now I'm going to introduce John Cochran, who has worked with us for a long time at SOFA, and thank you so much because you're going to be an important part of this, right? With your director, Greg Olson, who's a wonderful friend to all older New Yorkers. Thank you.
All right. I have to say, I am absolutely thrilled to be here today. I'm thrilled to be joining you on behalf of Greg Olson, who's director of the State Office for Aging, joining the Lieutenant Governor, Commissioner Zucker. Thank you so much for all of your leadership on this issue, Lieutenant Governor and the Commissioner. I so have greatly appreciated the conversations in the hall that we've had over coffee, in the halls periodically in some meetings, and it's so great to see this all come together. And of course, Beth, your leadership on this and working with Team AARP and everyone turning out today, I so greatly appreciate all the time and energy that everyone has put into this. I also want to thank our friend, where did Tom go? Tom Camber. Thank you, Tom, for hosting us today. And it's important to realize that this center, what's going on here, this is one of the first places in the country, so it's another big national, first here, is that Tom and Oates and his organization is basically providing one of the first platforms that recognizes the role of technology, that in terms of being able to understand the role of aging and technology, and how technology, when it's wrapped around people and supporting individuals, that it can create a healthier, more active individual who basically has been being able to contribute more to their community and remain and help reduce social isolation. Governor Cuomo recognizes that the population demographics are changing, and the nation and the state, or that people are getting older. He recognizes that the communities are designed, planned for, and retrofitted and built are key to creating environments that are attractive for older adults and younger persons to live. As part of this conversation, why are we doing this? Because he realizes that New York ranks 4th in the nation with over 3.7 million older adults and 5.5 million people between the ages of 45 and 59. We have an unprecedented opportunity to recognize the vast economic, social, intellectual contributions that this population makes to the overall well-being of the state. By serving as, in many cases, we talked about volunteerism and civic engagement, that older adults are often, we refer to them as serving as the thread that's helping to maintain the social fabric of communities across the state. And as Beth also indicated, based on the financial contributions that older adults are making, also to the economic stability and strength of New York. Basically, moving in this direction, it is clearly that this is a response to basically understanding the reality of what older adults can do and how we can support them is basically a key thing for us in terms of advancing policies throughout government that will help people live independently. As Dr. Zucker said, research continually is showing that older adults want to live in their communities where they raise their families, where they've been living for years, where they've supported their neighbors and friends in terms of meeting the challenges of daily life. And the governor is challenging us to work every day to help those people who have built this state and achieve the goal of being able to live independently. What we do know is that well-designed, livable communities promote well-being and sustain economic growth and make for happier, healthier residents of all ages, and that also will greatly help us achieve what we need to do, and that's achieve this goal of creating livable communities throughout the state. A key thing to also realize is that such design principles have been shown to increase home values and the overall